Hello everyone and welcome over to New Hampshire for race number 18. That's right, we are not far from the race at the moment. Wait, is it race number 18? Brazil, no, 19, my bad. So yeah, we're coming to a close to this this unusual season 5, and so we're here at New Hampshire for the second time. And so right now we've come from our race at the Daytona Road Course, which was a fairly quiet race with a few craziness and surprises going along. So anyway, so with Solomon Sheridan coming off his win, let's see how will this race bring to us. And I'm just gonna check. Making sure that everyone is ready. So alright then. So let's get on with the qualifying session. Who will qualify this time?
Drivers.
Interesting. Alajo will qualify today on pole, followed by Thomas Giuliano, Leland Hill, Kenzie Simmons, fourth place start again, Kenzie Simmons, Lola Chomside 5th, Cam Wright Jr. 6th, Avery Hamilton 7th, Nolo Hamilton 8th, Arthur Shabby 9th, and Solomon Sheridan 10th. Cam Wright, your championship leader, will start 19th. And where is Drew Walker? Drew Walker will start 24th. But you can see, yeah, you can see the bottom. Okay, so I'm just recapping all the schemes that I've put in for this race. So yeah, it should be fairly the same. So right, so let's get this done and over with the start. And
Drivers, to your
after
car.
I do something, okay, let's get this going. So Alajo on pole. When was the last time he qualified on pole? But right now he's on a very decent position right now.
Drivers, start your engines.
All right then. So let's get going. And all the cars are making a move. It's like pull behind the pace truck. Oh, not again. This is stupid. Oh, I know. I've had problems with this. I had problems with this last race, so this certainly isn't going to end very well. This might not be good. Okay. Now they're all looking good. And all the cars are trying to separate themselves. So there you go. Alajo on the pole. And Thomas Giuliano, this is the driver to look out for. He's probably getting a bit decent right now. Having won a race last season, maybe he could be up for a race win this season. But who knows? If he wants to keep up with high positions, that would be his job to do. Anyway, lights are going green and away we go here at New Hampshire. And alrighty, Alajo, will he hold it? Because it looks as though that Leland Hill might be the driver to look out for. Could steal anybody's show down there. Or maybe not, because he's falling back a bit. He's now into third place. He's going to remain in third place for the time being. And Kinsey Simmons automatically makes a move on the inside of Leland Hill. But what does Leland Hill do? He is trying to keep his race under control. So anyway, the grid is largely unchanged, especially up the front. Alrighty, Alajo continues to lead for Petty Jr. Motorsports. We have 39 cars here. Doing alright down here. And here comes Lane Hill on the number 3. And Lane Hill alongside a 3. And here comes Wright Jr. making a move on the 99. Still to no avail. It looks as though Churnside is right there as well. Eighth place is Avery Hamilton, 9th place A.R. Chevy, and in 10th place is last race winner, currently at the moment, Solomon Sheridan. And Simmons is now making a move on the 3 as Leland Hill gets past the number 3. And now Simmons will try and do the same. Looks as though Cameron Jr. is giving her a bit of a draft, or maybe not. Looks like Cameron Jr. is taking advantage of that. What Ken Simmons was trying to do, unable to make a move on 3, and now she's about to get overtaken by number 8. And here comes the number 11, as the race is a bit glitchy at the moment. Looks like it. I can suspect that it's a bit glitchy, but who knows? And anyway, Solomon Sheridan alongside Avery Hamilton. Last race winner. Could go 2 in a row. We don't know. Because that is probably one of the greatest we will love to see from Solomon Sheridan. For being a record, for being a driver with a record of wins. Yeah, he's a driver with the win record in the series so far. Anyway. So Alrighty Alajo still leads in the Merc. Leland Hill still in 2nd place. And Thomas Giuliano holding on to 3rd in that Chevrolet. But we don't know how long he's going to hold it for, as 99 alongside Cam Wright Jr. Looks like they're going to draft themselves together past the number 3. Looks as though Kenzie Simmons would have had the chance, but not been able to do so. And Wright Jr. is going to try and do the same thing like Kenzie Simmons has done, but still to no avail. And we're going to attempt to pass Dex Miyazaki and James Jameson. CT versus Leland Motorsports down here. And I think Dex Miyazaki's got in front of James Jameson. So seems to be on the move now. Anyway, as we go at the back, we can see Gonzalez having a bit of trouble down there. He's starting to fall back. Had a promising race. Well, in fact, no. He had a very disappointing race, which ended up in retirement after colliding with the Wright drivers. Certainly didn't get it right for these drivers, and he unfortunately fell victim to them. So anyway, he's now in last place. Cesar Cohen Jr. has been scoring points so far in his first season. Well, technically his first season, but not his rookie season because he's on a part-time schedule. So could he be the next Owen Scott? We don't know. Probably the next Owen Scott for Cesar Cohen Jr. I mean, it is only like his 4th, 5th race so far this season for him. Well, I'm not sure. But anyway, it looks like the battle's getting good down there. But not only that, we've seen the pack splitting away now. Thomas Giuliano being taken away by Leland Hill as they go ahead of each other to try and maybe go for the battle for the lead. And that is already Elijah still up front. Decent pace for him we've seen in many races. Looks like Kenji Simmons is trying to get away, but Wright Jr. has no way. Look at all the cars. Looks like we've got a lot of cars scrambling around behind them now. Looks like they're going to go changing from one position to another. Little Churnside now got the inside advantage of Wright Jr. Still no way of getting past, but it looks as though that, I guess, looks like she might have an advantage from the oncoming driver. It looks as though that the drivers, the CT Motorsport drivers, Sheridan and Miyazaki, are slightly making their way up the order, just climbing up the order very slowly. So maybe they can find a way with a push for Churnside. Maybe they can get up front, or maybe one of the drivers up front even, even Simmons could have the advantage as well to try and keep that high position as much as she can possibly can. She has finished the race in such a high position like where she is right now, and now she's going to try and continue her high ground from there, as the low Churnside is already now up front of Wright Jr., so she's gained a position, but how long will she hold it for, which is a big question mark. Currently the highest place, behind Leland Hill, she's currently the highest placed Leland Motorsports driver at the moment. Could probably try and help her senior teammates with a bit of some work to try maybe make it a day for the team. Anyway, so the top three splitting apart a little bit. Alrighty, Alajo still leading. Leland Hill still right behind him. Now is a battle between the 99 and the 5. So the 5 is already on a thriving move right there. Oh, and Hamilton Nolo is getting passed by the number 11 now. And while this is happening, it looks as though the Churnside has finally made her way up the front. And she goes up front. And there's Xavier when you need it. McDonald's. I think everybody needs McDonald's, but looks like Xavier will be the one to deliver 1,000 pounds of McDonald's if he wins this race. Quite funny to say, but he is currently currently just out of the top 10, and already his results are kind of more stabilizing now, with his positions starting to get a bit higher from him, and he's just getting himself more comfortable. So now hopefully he could get up to more ground as well. So it looks like Jameson tries to take his revenge on an overtake for Solomon Sheridan. And still to no avail. And here comes Hamilton Nolo on Wright Jr. Might see hopefully we'll see a battle for the lead very soon, as we see the 55 going alongside. Oh, and Solomon Sheridan appears. He seems to be lurking behind the 2 now, and see what Sheridan can do with his expertise. And Dex Miyazaki having a decent run so far. He's not been doing really well so far this season, finishing I think around the bottom 20, top 30 in points. Well, I mean, he's somewhere in 20th, so pretty low for him. Although he did win a race last season, but his season, this season for him has not been as great as last season. Wright Jr. starting to become more comfortable now with the lead, but Leland Hill could be the one to catch him back. So far, none of the teams in the current field have won a race at New Hampshire. Also, GC Motorsports won the race last season before they pull out. That was with Drew Walker, which was an astonishing end to the race with with basically a battle between him and Owen Scott. Owen Scott was leading the race for almost the entirety of the race, I think, and Drew Walker was able to overtake him at the last minute, and that's when he won the race. So it was a thriving finish. So let's hope this could be a similar finish to this. That yellow flag. Oh, no yellows. Okay, so it's still good. Oh, and looks like we have a battle for fourth place, I mean. Looks like Kenzie Simmons trying to get the nudge. Oh, it looks like these two with female drivers have got drafting from their drivers behind them. Still up front though, but you can see Solomon Sheridan and probably Nolo Hamilton Nolo, as I recall, are faster than the drivers up front. And Solomon Sheridan makes a move on the 5, and he's going to try and slowly get up front. And there's Jameson, also trying to get up the championship as much as he can possibly can. Oh, and there's Kynderrick Sr. He's currently 17th at the moment. Oh, and there is his driver right behind him in points, Drew Walker. So this is going to be very interesting. So this could be a matter between the two. But don't forget, Solomon Sheridan, he's probably flying right now up front, so he could probably be up for the championship if he carries on like this. He has made his resumption from being low on the points to up into the top 10. So this is going to be a very interesting season of who is going to win this season. We're currently in lap 24. Still doing good. No cautions as of yet. And we haven't had a pit stop yet, so that's something good to know. We hopefully be able to see tires wearing off a little bit, probably lap by lap. And we have a true battle here as number 19 tries and overtake the 55. That was his semi-teammate, Nolo Hamilton. And now Jameson's going to go up his actual teammate, Churnside. As Churnside shuts the door on him. And here comes Jameson. Jameson alongside the 5. And here comes Sheridan on the 99. Looks as though Solomon Sheridan might be the one to watch in a moment. So he is yet to get past 99, and if he does, then he can hopefully focus on the 3-2 and see if he can get in front. Well, anyway, so I thought I saw something unusual on Discord, so been reading up the chat. So anyway, Solomon Sheridan side by side with the 99, this time on the inside. Will he make it or will he not make it? He doesn't make it yet, but Jameson is giving him the pressure now on the 11. And now they're going side by side. That's so tough. Jameson seems to have more ground right now. So I guess Solomon Sheridan just got wooed by the 19, but he's going to try and get back at him. It's probably a bit early for an attempt overtake. Maybe not. But still going side by side. 11 versus 19, but 19 gets more of the grip on the outside, and he's still up. He gets in front of the 11 car. And Miyazaki now makes a move on his teammate. So it looks as though Sheridan is going to start slipping back in a bit. He gets up front of the 11 now. Okay, here comes the 99. This is the first time we might see the 99 up front. Now they're going side by side. Here comes Jameson giving them a bit of a draft. As it looks as though Giuliano's got more of the advantage because he's now on the outside. So now Jameson is going to overtake the 99 on the inside. Anyway. Oh, Churnside. What happened to Churnside? Let's find out. She might have had a pit stop, but let's see. Yeah, she had a pit stop. That was a very early pit stop for Churnside. Don't know how, but it looks as though she might want to bring something to her advantage. Let's see if her strategy works out. Well, we'll find out later on. Anyway, she's now up in front of the leaders now, so she's not got far before the leaders can approach them. This probably could look bad for the leaders. This could shake up the order. Anyways, still a battle up front. Well, a battle for third place actually. Thomas Giuliano under severe pressure from the cars up front, come from the cars behind him. Jameson. It looks as though he's got more draft now. Here comes the CT machines. 14 and 11. Still no way of getting past Giuliano though. Maybe Jameson can have more of the advantage now. He's got still the inside, but will Giuliano be able to respond again? And it looks as though Giuliano's going to lose it. Will he make it? Now, this is the straight line speed. They're still going side by side. Imagine if this was if this was a last lap. Imagine this was the last lap. This would have been crazy. But Giuliano is still up front. But Jameson's still on the outside now. Well, was still on the outside, but now he's got his door shut on Giuliano. But finally, though, he gets past the 99. And now he's only got the number 3 to deal with, as the other cars trying to get around the 99. As he appears to be slowing down, probably due to the fact our tires are graining a little bit. And Drew Walker approaches, but where is Wright Sr? Drew Walker, that's rude. That's a big surprise. Drew Walker's climbing up, but Wright Sr seems to be losing ground, so he's not in a good position for points now. Because if he continues like this, he's going to lose more of the points from his advantage after the race. As Drew Walker is slightly climbing up the order a little bit. And Jameson is going to try and get around and get past number 3, but will he make it? And he does make it. And here comes the seating machines. Oh my gosh. Oh, going 3 wide. 3 Chevys, 3 wide. Oh my gosh, that was a scare. Dex Miyazaki gets up front, I think. He gets up front. What an astonishing move with the Chevys right now. So, looks as though Leland Hill is getting a bit closer now to the number 2. Looks as though that Alejos is going to lose a bit more performance now. They haven't reached the number 5, which seems that the number 5 is obviously on fresher tires. So, but we don't know how long he's that going to last for. He might not last till the end of the race. Probably a strategy, if I can recall. Anyway, so Alejo is up in the lead. Alejo still leads with Leland Hill in second place. And Jameson in third place now. And here comes Miyazaki on the number 3. What can 14 do? Still no way getting past. And Wright Sr is starting to gain some bit of place right now. He's in 15th place now. In fact, he's getting around his son. I don't know if, well, in fact, these two are championship contenders. It looks like these two will be racing against each other. Dex Miyazaki tries to get in front of the number 3. Still alongside. And looks like 14 will get up front, but it looks like he will have the drop from his teammate, Solomon Sheridan. And here they are. They're now up front. And we have a caution. What happened? We have a... Oh my gosh! What happened? What the hell just happened? Looks like we have a serious wreck. We have David Dixon, CJ Williams, Nicky Rive, and Xander Howell all got involved. What an unfortunate situation. Well, looks like we'll be seeing a round of pit stops coming really soon, but let's hold it just in case we want to make sure we see it. Anyway, what happened? Oh my god, that's a bit of a bumpy ride. Oh, is that Liang? Is that Liang? Okay, so let's see how it happened. Anyway, so David Dixon is trying to get around the 42, and let's see who caused it. Oh, CJ Williams caused him. He caused him to hit the wall, and then there's another incident. Oh, what happened? Did they slow down, or what about these two? These could be a separate incident. Oh, Nicky Rive technically wasn't involved. She tried to avoid it. So what about Xander Howell? Oh, Xander Howell. So technically, no. Oh, but he's gone off the track. Xander Howell basically lost control or steering, which caused him to go off the grass. So that doesn't look good. Oh, and that smoke, that's CJ Williams. He's up into smoke, but yeah. Hold on, we'll carry on for a bit. Anyway, let's look at a different angle. So Austin Leon was really lucky down there. He could have received a big one down there. So David Dixon tries to get past Leon, but then just didn't capture the major part of it. So, and then CJ Williams dumped him in the wall. Let's try again. So so let's see it again. We'll make sure we capture the major part. David Dixon gets dumped by the number 81. So let's take a look at CJ Williams. This could be a racing incident because basically there wasn't enough space. They were going to go 3 wide, which would be discouraging for drivers to do, especially at corners. Oh well, they went for it and then they paid the price. So let's go on board CJ Williams. Ooh, Liang was really, really lucky down there. And then these drivers hit the wall really bad. We go on board Xander Howell, who was the driver who basically tried to avoid it but lost control of his steering. Yeah, he lost control of his steering and then went on the grass. But was able to recover. Anyway. Don't know if we can see it one more time. Here we go. David Dixon did had a promising last few races, but now he's back to being worse again. So let's carry on with this. So it looks as though don't know if anyone's coming to the pits, but we have to wait and see, as CJ Williams is still smoking and he's still on the track, but it's quite likely he'll retire soon. But let's see. Let's see if everyone pits. Looks as though, oh, Leland Hill. How did he get a front? How did he get a front? Oh, he just overtook him yeah. He overtook him that last lap before caution, so he basically got that position first. So, it's now probably time for pit stops. And we have pit stops now, so let's see. Let's see if everyone can make it to the end from then on, otherwise this is gonna be hell to pay. So, let's see who will win. Let's see who will win in pit stops. They all seem to be going up in order. And Leland Hill comes out, but will Alajo come out? No, he does not. Okay, Alajo's got problems. Alajo's not coming out the pit. Oh my gosh, he lost a lot of positions. I guess there's been huge problems in the pits, and now Alajo's lost a lot of positions. What an unfortunate delay for the number 2. He was so close to what would have been an emotional victory, potentially, but now he is way down the field. Unfortunately, we'll take a look and see which position is anyone coming in. So you can see Alajo doing a pit stop as usual. And then Leland Hill gets in front. Oh, and Jameson. So a 1-2 for Leland Motorsports right now. And Bex Miyazaki in 3rd place. And I think Gonzalez as well. Yeah, he's moved up. Way high in positions. So now, where's Churnside? Churnside's down there. Oh, Churnside's way. Looks like Churnside's a bit unlucky down there. She is very close to being lapped. So not in a good sight right now. So now, she's right. Yeah, she's right in front of the leaders. So that's not a good sight. Anyway, let's get on with it. Let's see if we can get to the restart will come just after this lap. So pace truck will expect to pull in a moment. Anyway, away we go. And let's see if Leland Motorsports can go home with a 1-2 today. Leland Hill will take the lead here at this track in New Hampshire as we hit the restart. Jameson not far from him, and certainly This could be something to watch. Look, oh, and their teammate Churnside. Looks like Churnside might have no choice but to give him space. Oh, here comes Miyazaki. Miyazaki alongside them now. So Miyazaki in a rare position down here. Churnside blocking Leland Hill, unless she might have a plan up her sleeve. We don't know yet, but Miyazaki is he is getting past the 19 right now, or probably not. But here comes Jameson. Will he take the lead? Leland Hill's got Churnside right in front of him. Churnside probably has no idea what she's doing. She's probably meddling with her teammates right now. I don't know what they're doing. I think she would have just done the friendly opportunity and probably give way to the team, but it looks as though Jameson is going to go at him once again alongside the 54 right behind the 5. This is a bit like Drew Walker and Owen Scott as teammates as well for JC Motorsports, where thanks to the lap car right in front of them, they're able to have quite a few intensifying battles towards the end of the race. Lane Hill still up front, and Churnside seems certainly to have no idea, but will this time she give that position down to Lane Motorsports and just go a lap down? Looks as though she's trying to, unless I don't know what she's doing. Maybe I think she's doing it, so it looks as though number 19 could do the same, and she does give him space. Probably not yet. I think she's trying to probably hold her position as well at the same time. But wait, okay, so she has no idea what she's doing. She is still gaining on the outside. Okay, that almost glitched. Leland Hill now up front still, but Jameson still no way of getting past. I think that's going to be an air chew with Leland Motorsports at the end of the race. Surely this would happen. Well, unless maybe Churnside might have something special to give to Leland Motorsports. Maybe Leland Motorsports are already working together to try and get away from the rival car of Dex Miyazaki, who's still right behind him. And there's Drew Walker up a position, and Cameron Senior is not far from there, so this is all going to turn interesting. Oh, Blake Parker, decent position here in 7th place. There's Wright Alajo, up into 10th though, but well, he might have a chance to get back up front after that unfortunate pit lane issue, which caused him to lose a lot of time. And they're now and Jackson Mizak gets up front of Lola Churnside. So Churnside is now going to be a lap down. Probably her early pit stop didn't work well for her. Doesn't look like it. Oh, look at that. Almost free wide. The last 10 positions in the top 10 are all going head to head with each other. All 5 of them, with Blake Parker up in front of the train. Kenzie Simmons trying to hold her position as much as she can. She's already losing speed now, and now she's going to get beaten by the same master that's beat her to the victory. Beat her to victory lane in the late stages of the race. In the late stages of the race back at Bristol early in the season. Oh my gosh, they're so close. I can see that was a very close one. They literally cling to each other. We gotta replay that. You can see how close they were. Yeah, you can literally see how crazy they are. Anyway, let's go on board. Let's see how close they were. Literally very close. Alright, let's go on board Simmons to see if they're really, really close. They've been really close. Really close. That, I think they would have ended up in the wall if they stuck to each other even more. But that gives Alrighty Alajo the opportunity of a pass, and they're able to get past both of them in one go. And let's see how it all happened. You can see that was a lucky move on Alrighty Alajo for him to be able to gain position. You can see, who's that in the pits? We'll find out who's pitting. Looks like that was a very late pit stop. But anyway, look at Alajo. Look what Alajo did. Let's look at it again and see it. Look at that. Look what Alajo did. An awesome pass. In fact, a double pass. For 7th place, I think. And I think there's an obstacle on the track. It's Strauss. He stops on the track. An unfortunate situation for Strauss, I think. I don't know if he's going to continue, but what happened to Strauss? We'll find out. We'll find out what happened to Strauss. Oh, was he the same one? Was he in the pits, or I have no idea. He came into the pits. He probably stopped for fuel or something like that, and then this happens. He's a true obstacle on the track. Oh, we have a caution. This could be the reason. Him being an obstacle. I don't know. Yeah. Uh-oh. What's going on here? I think everyone's trying to avoid him. Trying to keep him alive. Oh my gosh. What is he doing? Is he going to hit somebody? Oh my gosh. Oh, that was close. That was very close. I don't know what's going on. That must have been a bit of an error. But anyway, so. Strauss. Where's Gonzalez? What's happened to Gonzalez? Why did they run out of fuel? I think there might be issues with the 26 as well. Okay. Looks as though 26 has been reporting for problems. Probably that could explain what's going on with the 26. Yeah, we have reports of problems for the 26. Yeah, 26 also has problems as well. And what about, as well, Nicky Rive? So Nicky Rive also has problems. Looks as though these cars had technical issues coming to the pit, so yeah, they had technical issues, so that could explain why. So I guess technical issues for the cars that led to them to be out of the race, causing obstacles on the track. Anyway, let's move on. I guess they had a fuel leak, as reported from their teams, whose drivers have been out of the race. The likes of Alfred Strauss, Ruben Gonzalez, and Nicky Rive also had a fuel leakage. So this is going to be interesting to see. We're now 14, 15 laps to go. And get ready shortly. There we go. 14 laps to go. And Leland Hill will continue to lead. Just right behind the 19. And let's hope these cars make it out okay. Both seem to be okay. Doing good. Okay, they're all good. They're all doing good. Leland Hill now trying to make himself more comfortable with a lead now. Jameson right behind him. And making it Leland Motorsports 1-2. Unless maybe CT Motorsports Dex Mizaki can cut them in half. Oh, Albert Strauss, where was he? I thought he stopped on the track. Maybe he got himself back to the pits and were able to fix the car and make a move on from there. Anyway, that is Wright Sr. He's now already, is he up in front of Drew Walker? I think he is now, so he could gradually increase his championship points lead if he finishes, if the race finishes as it is. And now he's on the move. But Drew Walker is not done yet. He is still trying to keep his rival at bay. Anyway, Leland Hill in the lead now. Jameson second place and Miyazaki third. These three drivers are now getting away from the rest of the pack. And Wright Alajo back into fourth after that unfortunate pit lane. After that blunder in the pits. As Miyazaki now alongside the 19. Miyazaki still no way of getting past the 19. And Senior is coming up now. He's now on the radar. So this could be getting really intensifying, especially that we're now less than 10 laps to go. Miyazaki trying to overtake Jameson once again. Doesn't make it stick for him. Now these three cars are closing in already. So this is now turning into a three-man battle, probably more towards the closing stages of the race. And they're now getting close. Here comes Jameson on the 54. Oh my gosh, and Jameson is definitely making a move. Leland Hill has been defending the position. He's been defending that position for so long. And now he's got his teammate alongside him. Oh, and bang on, they're almost going 3 wide for the lead. Jameson still holding on the inside. He has got the more advantage down here. So Leland Hill might have a advantage with the drafting of his of number 14 right behind him, and he's still up front now. But now Number 19 is still at bay. And now we've seen 3 more drivers joining on the mix. This is going to turn a bit more like a super speedway race in regards of literally anyone could win this race, and literally, basically positions change almost every lap. Leland Hill still up front, but Miyazaki is closing in. He's now up into second place in front of the 19. And now he's going to try and get up front. He wants to make it all CT Motorsports driver to win a race this season. He has not yet won a race this season. He has come close once, but not yet still for a win. Here comes Alajo trying to make up for lost ground, and for that pit stop. This will be one of the greatest recoveries we've ever had if he has won the race, if he wins the race. Okay, so there we go. You can see Alrighty Alajo still he's definitely making up lost ground as he joins the picture, and so does Wright Sr. coming in as well. Andrew Walker. So this is going to be really intensifying. We have no idea who's going to win that race. We're not going to be 3 laps to go after this one. Leland Hill continues to lead, but Miyazaki up into second place. And boy, this is going to be a great race. Alright, to Alajo up into third place now, and he's got Wright Sr. For assistance now, as Jameson starts to fall back after what would have been a very close one. And Leland Hill, he wants to win. He wants to make it 3 wins this season and make up for his career. But that is not all as of yet, as we're now on the penultimate lap of the race, second to last lap. So he just needs to hold on for a bit longer, and the 50 ball needs to do it. This would be very close, I think. Looks as though that the pack is spacing out a little bit. I was probably dying to see how this would occur towards the end of the race as we're coming up to the white flag. There we go. Here comes Alajo on Miyazaki. This will be good for Leland Hill, because now he can relax a little bit. But only 1 turn to go, and then that'll be it. So let's see. Looks as though that Leland Hill is pulling away a little bit, so now he'll become more comfortable. And here comes Senior. Well, positions have been changing. But here we go. Leland Hill makes it for the win, makes it 3 wins this season, and he gets it. Wright Sr. up into third place after a late charge to the finish line. And oh boy, we've seen more things going along down here. Probably more bad races than that, but it's hard for me to compare. But Leland Hill was able to hold on to that lead for every lap since caution, well, probably almost every lap since caution. But I guess everyone just had to die trying. Everyone else just had to die trying. So, but Wright Sr. third. Miyazaki second. Third, Wright Sr. Fourth, Alajo. Fifth, Jameson. Sixth, Drew Walker. Seventh, Simmons. Eighth place is Giuliano. 9th place, Sheridan. And 10th place, Tari Lowell. So he gets a top 10 as well. And we are back to the studio. Well, technically we call it the studio, but who knows? We are at the drawing board. The results board, you call that? So, congrats to Leland Hill for winning today's race. Dex Miyazaki second place, Cam Wright third, Alrighty Alajo fourth, James Jameson fifth, Drew Walker sixth, Kenzie Simmons seventh, Thomas Giuliano eighth, Solomon Sheridan ninth, and Tari Lowell 10th. Rei Ayanami, Sophia Petty, Dylan Hayden, Nolo Hamilton, Joy Maddox, Blake Parker, Adam Wilson, Avery Hamilton, Kat Rose, Cameron Jr., Quinn Mullany, Kynderrick Meeks, Arthur Xavier, Kyle Waters, John Palmer, Daniel Bouchard, Owen Scott, and Riley Hill. Those are all your point scorers. Well, this is the race we're living in right now. This is going to get really interesting towards the end of the season. Let's take a look at the let's take a look at the fastest lap time. Who is that going to be? Thomas Giuliano. And he is the only driver to break the 33-second barrier. Something to take home with him. Right. Congratulations to Leland Hill. He's definitely living it up for himself. So now we shall wrap it up as quick as we can, because now I'm going to sleep and get to work tomorrow. Yeah, I've got work tomorrow. I can't believe it. It's my last 2 days off was painful, but now it's time for me to get back to schedule. So anyway, and let's take a look at the last positions right now, which is still a shame to see those cars not scoring any points. So right now we shall call it the race. So thank you everyone for watching this race and taking part, and this is going to be really interesting, as I keep saying. I hope so. Well, who knows? It might be a surprise. So now let's wrap it up, as I keep saying. Well, coming up next, I think, will be Dover. Dover will be the next race. Don't know when it will be. We don't know yet. Maybe the next race will be a double header day. Probably, well, Friday? Well, maybe Friday and then Saturday, probably a double header. I don't know. But I'll think about it. So right now, let's give it a rest, and hopefully we will see from there what will happen next. We'll see when we're gonna have Dover. Right. Thank you everyone once again, and I shall hopefully see you at Dover. Take care everyone, and I shall see you very soon.